The sword of Amaterasu, a divine challenge. In a forgotten corner of Japan, hidden beneath layers of time and myth, there lay a sacred valley where mortals dared not tread. It was whispered that in this valley, bathed in eternal sunlight, the sword of Amaterasu, the blade, forged from the sun goddess herself, rested in silence, awaiting a warrior worthy of its light. Many sought it, none returned, until one day, a young samurai named Amaterasu arrived, a light beyond reach. The sun hung high in the sky as Amaterasu approached the valley's edge. Golden mist veiled the entrance, and ancient runes glowed faintly on the stones beneath his feet. The stories told of the sword's divine power, able to cut through illusions, darkness, and even fate itself. But it was not strength that would win it, only purity of purpose. As Amaterasu stepped into the valley, the world around him shifted. The warmth of the sun intensified. He felt not heat, but pressure, as if something divine was watching. And then, a voice echoed like a bell through the mountains. "Why do you seek the light of the gods?" Amaterasu knelt, his sword laid across his palms, to bring balance to the world. Not to rule, but to protect. The trial of the three suns. A radiant figure appeared before him. Amaterasu, the sun goddess herself. Her eyes were both gentle and burning, her presence too beautiful to behold directly. Beside her floated three suns, each glowing with a different hue: red, white, and gold. Then you must face the three suns. Only one who passes their trials may wield the sword of divine light, the red sun. Trial of courage. In an instant, Amaterasu was transported to a battlefield, alone against a monstrous army of shadow demons. The sky burned red. There was no one to help, no hope of victory, only the courage to stand. With unwavering heart, he fought, not for glory, but for those who could not. Each swing of his blade was a vow. When the last demon fell, the red sun faded. The white sun, trial of truth. Now he stood in front of a mirror, perfect reflection of himself. But the reflection began to speak. All his doubts, his failures, the lives he failed to save, the rage he buried deep. The mirror mocked him, revealing every truth he tried to hide. Yet Amaterasu did not strike it down. Instead, he bowed to it. "I am not perfect, but I walk forward." The white sun shimmered, then vanished. The golden sun, trial of sacrifice. Finally, he was brought to a peaceful village, where he was offered everything he'd ever lost: his parents, his uncle, a life without war, a chance to be whole again. But it was an illusion. If he stayed, the sword would be lost forever. Tears in his eyes, Amaterasu turned his back on paradise and walked toward the blinding light. The golden sun exploded in brilliance, and then all was quiet. The sword awakened. When he opened his eyes, Amaterasu stood in front of a floating pedestal. Upon it, glowing with sunlight that sang through the air, lay the sword of Amaterasu. He reached for it, and the blade rose on its own, light wrapping around his hand. The goddess's voice echoed once more. "You have passed the trials. Wield the light not as a weapon of war, but a torch for those lost in darkness." He bowed deeply, and the sword's light dimmed into a soft, warm glow, ready to serve a true guardian. Epilogue. With a divine blade at his side, Amaterasu journeyed onward. He did not boast of his victory, nor flaunt the gift he had earned, but wherever darkness crept was there. And in the hearts of those he protected, the light of the sun goddess would always shine.